Hey everybody, this is Matthew and thanks for watching my channel, Giddy Up Adventures. Today we're going to talk about 8 hacks that'll make your life easier on your next motorcycle adventure. Yeah, so let's get into it. And be sure to watch this video to the end because I've got some swag to give away. All right, in order for a hack to be worthwhile, it's got to solve a problem. And let's say the first problem is this. You've searched and searched for the perfect campsite and you found it. And you get everything set up, but the place where you want to set up your tent is either sandy, so the tent stakes just pull right out of the ground, or like we've camped in Moab or Utah quite a bit, and there's a lot of rock. So you can't, when you try to drive a tent stake in the ground, it's like a noodle. So here's the first hack to get you set up for that. So the problem with either rocks or sand is that tent stakes are ineffective. The solution is to avoid tent stakes altogether and just use a plastic grocery bag. So these trash bags work great as tent stakes, whether it's sand, rocks, snow, whatever you want to fill them up with. But you do have to put it through the holes first. So put it through the tent hole like that, and then run it through itself. And now I can fill this with rocks. So now that's not going anywhere. That's like 20 pounds. All right, we love riding our bikes in the summertime, and we really like riding in the desert. The problem is it's fucking hot in the desert. So I hate the heat, and I do anything I can to try to keep me from overheating. The most effective thing I found is having a dedicated Ziploc gallon-sized bag, and I put I put about a third of it filled with water, and then I rotate t-shirts in and out of it. So you put on a t-shirt like this in an arid climate, and man, that cools you off quick. It works better than just pouring water onto a t-shirt because it actually soaks the fabric. And then I just have this bag that I always keep wet, and it really works well. All right, so another hack that I have is, you know, we have so many little gizmos that run on electricity these days, and it's hard to keep track of the batteries for them. So a really simple solution that I found at the grocery store the other day was, yes, this is the third hack, that is a little plastic bag, except these ones are green and red. So my good batteries go in the green bags, and when I've used them up, they go into the red bags. A simple solution that really helps me stay organized. All right, the next hack is this one. It's pretty straightforward, but I'm sure we've all had this happen. You're at a coffee shop or something, and you get there, you turn off your bike, you step off the bike, you set your helmet down, and then you're trying to look all cool, and you drop your helmet onto the concrete. This seems to happen a lot more when there's attractive women around. I'm not sure why that is, but I have a solution for it. The solution is really simple. I just have a carabiner that's dedicated, always on my bike, and I can just attach that to the D-ring on the helmet. Done. The wind can blow and nothing can knock it off. It's good to go. All right, problem number 4 is we all are supposed to check our tire pressure way more often than we do. And I know for me personally, the reason I don't do it more often is it's kind of a pain in the ass. I got to dig through all my bags, find my air gauge. I just did a test and it actually was right in my tank bag, so that wasn't too bad. But I found it, so now I got to take off my gloves, walk around the bike, get to the tire, rotate the tire to where I can get to the valve, and then unscrew the valve thing. And it just takes a little bit of time. So yeah, what if there was an easier way to check your tire pressure that you could do, say, at a traffic light or every time you stop and get gas? I don't even have to get off the bike to do this. I have a little temperature gauge I got at Radio Shack. You just point it at something and it tells you the temperature. It doesn't have a laser, but it sort of works on the same principle. You aim it at something. So I don't even have to get off the bike, take off my helmet. I can do it with my gloves on. I can just point it at the front tire. 52 degrees. Point it at the rear tire, 52 degrees. So if I'm getting the same temperature on both tires after I've been on the highway for a while, I know that my air pressure is relatively the same. I have checked this when my rear tire was low and the temperature was 130, whereas the front one was 105. So if you see a big discrepancy like that, you know you need to add air. So this is a really quick solution to get you in a better habit of checking your air pressure more often. You're out on your motorcycle adventure in your sleeping bag, and at about 3 in the morning, your toes start getting cold and you're just having trouble staying warm. There's been a trick I've been doing for years, which is before I go to bed, I usually have a cup of hot tea in the evening, and I will fill up a Nalgene bottle, not all the way, but about 2/3 of the way with boiling hot water. And then I can stick this inside my sleeping bag. It's an amazing thing, and if you have a good sleeping bag, it'll still be warm in the morning. I actually chose this Nalgene bottle because it glows in the dark, so it's like I have a little night light. And then with your water bottle, you have to make sure that you leave a couple inches on the top, because this is boiling hot water, and if it expands, you're gonna get scalded, burnt, and then you're gonna be wet and freezing. So definitely leave room for that water and the bottle to expand. All right, so number 7 is, the problem is just starting a fire. I have a little survival kit that has matches, a fire steel, and a lighter, but because it's a survival kit, I like to have backups for my backups, for my backups, for my backups. Anyways, something that I really like that's a fast way to start a fire, much faster than spinning the stick or something, is a good old magnifying glass. This one folds up inside my little pot that I use to boil water, and it's flexible and lightweight. And actually, if I ever get a thorn in my hand, my eyes aren't what they used to be, so I actually use it as a magnifying glass to find the thorn too. So a little magnifying glass might be a handy thing to have along. You know who has a lot of stuff? You do, and so do I, because if you're into adventure motorcycling, there's just a lot of crap. So sometimes you may need to get down the road, maybe there's a thunderstorm coming, and you can't find your flipping keys. So it's always good to have a spare key, and they're probably just in your pocket, but which of your 25 pockets is that? So I keep a spare key on my bike in some place that I think is kind of clever. So you can zip tie your spare key to some under part of your bike, but where I find, and I like it because I don't even need a tool, is I just put the spare key in my air filter. It's never going to go anywhere unless I need it to. All right, so sometimes we ride our adventure bikes into areas of Mexico or the third world, or maybe just the wrong side of the tracks in Chicago. And we may not like the looks that some people are giving us, and we may feel downright threatened. One way that I've been able to relax a little bit is if somebody wants to mug me, sure, fine, go ahead. I put about 20 bucks cash and an expired driver's license and some expired credit cards in that wallet. And if they rob me, I'm like, ah! And they can take it, and I'll, when they're 5 miles away, I can laugh because all my real stuff was in my shoe. So I keep my passport and my legit credit cards and my real IDs in one place, and this is in the obvious place, my butt pocket. All right, so you made it through the video. Thanks. I hope that you guys find some of those hacks useful. And if you have a hack, please put it in the comments below. And since you made it through the whole video, I'd like to give away some swag. And I've got a couple baseball caps and a t-shirt from Arai. They were nice enough to send me some stuff a while back, but some of it doesn't fit. So if you will like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, I'll pick a couple of y'all to send these to. You might need to message me your address if I select you. But in the meantime, just put something in the comments that says you're interested in that stuff, and we'll see if I can hook a couple of you guys up. Thanks.